Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Hello. Hi there. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm fine.
Excellent. And you
How are
guys?
you today?
How do you feel today?
Never been better, teacher.
All right. And you guys, the rest of you? It's Wednesday, so how do you feel?
Tired, teacher.
Tired, I imagine. But guys, tomorrow is a very special day. Do you know why?
We're gonna have our last speaking evaluation.
That's correct. We are going to have our last speaking evaluation. Are you ready, everyone?
Sure.
Yes?
No.
Okay, come on, let's say yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Fernando, go ahead, tell me.
I wanna ask you for permission because tomorrow, I will have the last presentation of my thesis at 9 a.m. And I want to do the speaking evaluation on Friday.
Sure. Okay, you can. Just keep in mind that
Okay.
Friday is the last day, okay? So don't make plans for Friday. All right?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. And the rest of you guys, you ready for the last speaking evaluation?
So.
Yes, teacher, today.
Today, you want to do it today. That's the attitude. You see, guys? Remember, after this speaking evaluation, you will go to intermediate level. All right? So everybody, I know you can do it. Today, I'm going to give you the instructions about how the exam will be. I'm going to give you all the details, and we are going to have a practice. The speaking practice that we are going to have today is exactly how the exam will be tomorrow. Okay? So let's do your best in today's practice so you can feel ready for tomorrow. Okay? What was the topic that we studied yesterday? Do you remember?
Present perfect.
Okay. We were practicing. So basically, guys, yesterday we were practicing different grammar tenses, right? We reviewed the simple past, we reviewed the simple present, and also the present perfect. So the idea, guys, is that we can't remember all the grammar tenses, okay? That's the idea. But well, let's start. I'm going to start sharing the presentation. Can everybody see the presentation, everybody?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so today, guys, is August 23rd. Just a reminder of our calendar. So remember, tomorrow is the last speaking evaluation, okay? We are a lot of, so that's why we are going to start tomorrow, and the ones who cannot pass tomorrow are going to pass on Friday. But remember, everybody, that Friday is the last opportunity. My recommendation, please, sometimes some student says, I'm going to pass on Friday. But guys, what happens? Just imagine that on Friday you don't have internet, or what happens if on Friday you don't have electricity, okay? So you are not going to be able to take the exam. My suggestion is pass tomorrow, okay? Just for the ones that the time is not enough, you can pass on Friday. Because remember, Friday is the last day. There are not more opportunities. I mean, if you don't pass on Friday, I'm going to pass on Monday. No, because Monday, no more classes, okay? So pass tomorrow, just the ones that cannot pass tomorrow will pass on Friday. It's the last opportunity, okay? And remember that for the ones who passed on Friday, I'm going to be more strict, okay? I'm going to expect better answers and I'm going to be more exigent with them because they are going to have more time to be ready. Remember everybody, for Friday, you need to finish the platform, okay? So if you haven't finished the platform yet, remember, platform has to be ready on Friday, okay? Any questions so far about our last days? No questions?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Or question for me. Only on Thursday and Friday we have the evaluation.
Yes.
But it is necessary doing the evaluation on Thursday.
What happens is, yes, I mean, we have both days because we have a lot of students in this class and the time is not enough, right? So I want that most of you passed on Thursday. Listen, what I don't want, guys, and this has happened, some people always send me messages and say, teacher, on Thursday, I cannot pass because I'm going to be listener. And they want to pass on Friday. But what happens on Friday, sometimes they don't have internet. They don't have electricity. So they cannot take the exam anymore, okay? So that's why I suggest that try to pass on Thursday, okay? If you can pass on Thursday, do it, okay? So only the ones that cannot pass on Thursday are going to take the exam on Friday. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Any other questions that you may have, guys? No? Okay, let's start. Let's start with a quick review about the topic that we studied yesterday. In the practice, remember that yesterday the idea it was to have a conversation with your classmates, and your classmates is going to say something, but the rest of you needed to ask follow-up questions in simple present, in simple past, and in the present perfect in order to provide details, okay? So let's have a quick practice about this topic. Let's see, I need a volunteer. Only one, please. Don't be afraid, come on.
Me, teacher.
Thank you. Okay, I can see Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Okay, Tanya is going to answer the questions. Okay? I need another volunteer. Ask Tanya a question using present perfect, please. Anyone? You can ask questions like how long, have you ever? Okay, Lucero, go ahead. Lucero?
Tanya, have you been studying in those days?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes. Have you been studying English in those days?
Have you been studying English those days or these days?
Oh, yes, I haven't studied English. Well, I did sometimes. I watched yesterday in YouTube because I need to learn and practice more, and I felt that this helped me.
Okay, so everybody, follow-up question. Ask Tanya questions in simple present, in present perfect, or in simple past related to the information that she provided. Go ahead.
Which videos did you watch yesterday on YouTube?
Very good question.
I can hear because the airplane.
Okay, Walter, can you repeat the question?
Which video do you watch?
Oh, okay. I searched yesterday in YouTube free English. I mean, I can't remember, but in this page, there are a lot exercise for you doing. It's easy and clear.
Sounds good. Another questions, guys?
Have you finished the platform?
Almost. I have a 93%.
Sounds good.
Yes.
One more question.
Do you have pets?
Yes, I like pets. I have one dog and 5 cats.
All right, nice. Okay, hold on. Now, if you see, that was a good question, but it's out of the topic, right? We have been talking about English, the videos on YouTube that helps to study English, the platform. And if you ask, do you have pets? So it's a very good question, remember, but the idea for the follow-up questions is continue with the same topic, okay? Nice. Tanya, pick one of your classmates.
Okay, let me see. Marlene?
Thank you. Hello, Marlene.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Nice.
Okay. Everybody, ask Marlene a question in present perfect. For example, how long have you or have you ever?
Have you ever studied other language?
No, I haven't, but one day I would like to study.
Nice. Follow-up questions in present, in past, or in the present perfect. Go ahead.
Which language do you like to study?
It's a nice question, my friends. Well, in my case, I would like to study French because I consider this language is better paying in our country.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Another question? More questions, more questions.
How long have you had learned verb, Marlene?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. How long have you been learning verbs in English?
Okay, it's a nice question. Well, let me tell you, my friends, in my case, I have studied verb for a long time. And let me tell you, maybe for after the class, I start in the verbs 1 hour, for example. And of course, after the study, I can following a study because in my case, it's necessary to do clean the house. Let me tell you also, washes the dishes and what else. Is a little bit difficult to studying the verbs, but I try to do.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Look at this one. If you paid attention, guys, the first questions was in the present perfect. Then we continue with another question in present, and then another question in the present perfect. But then, I mean, the idea is always continue the conversation. If you paid attention, the conversation was always related to the same topic. That's the idea of these follow-up questions. Is it easy to have a conversation like this? What do you think?
Yes,
Well,
teacher, but the nervous is traicionero. I don't know.
The nervous, I know, guys. But I want you to imagine that you are not face to face. I think that in person, face to face is even worse. So imagine that you are alone in your house, nobody is listening to you. So you can try to control, okay? What else? How about you guys? Easy or difficult to have this kind of conversation?
I think, well, in my mind, I think it depends what is the first questions.
Yes, depending on the question, depending on the topic, right? So don't worry, guys. During the exam, I suggest you to ask easy questions. Don't ask astral topics like, hey, have you ever considered to be an astronaut? Oh my gosh, that's a very difficult question. Also, try to keep it simple. If you're going to ask, you can say, hey, have you ever been in another country? Simple question, all right? But imagine if you say, hey, have you ever read about the story of Magama Hand? And it's like, what? So it's a little complicated. Please ask simple questions to your classmates, okay? If during the exam, I'm sorry, I listen that some of you ask difficult questions that are like difficult to answer, I will ask you, I'm sorry, but can you change your question, please? Because I'm not going to let that you affect your classmates, okay? So be careful with that. But so far so good, guys. You are doing great. Which one is more difficult? Simple present, simple past, or the present perfect?
Present perfect.
Present perfect, okay.
Simple past.
Simple past, okay. And the rest of you guys?
Present perfect.
Present perfect, okay.
Present perfect.
Present perfect too. And what is more difficult? Ask or answer the questions?
Ask
the
question.
As.
Okay. So that is what we need to practice more, okay? Don't worry, we are going to continue practicing. You have to be ready for the speaking evaluation. It's going to be a piece of cake. Don't worry. Okay, can you see the presentation again?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Great. Okay, let's start. Yesterday, we were answering some questions and talk for 1 minute. So today, we are going to do the same, but in different grammar tenses. Who wants to try first? Who wants to talk for 1 minute?
Me.
Walter, thank you. Okay, Walter, this is your question. What are you going to do after the class? What kind of grammar tense is this one?
The simple future.
Very good. So, Walter, let me set the timer. You had to talk for 1 minute. Try to give details. If you don't have plans, well, you can invent. There's no problem at all. You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, 1 minute. Go.
Well, after class, I'm going to pick my son up to the high school, and later we are going to eat the lunch. And after that, I'm going to go to my work because I work at night. After that, I'm going to watch videos on Facebook because it's one of my hobbies. And later, I'm going to practice my English. I practice more English because I need to practice my fluency. And I'm going to make the dinner because I ate the dinner so late. And after that, I'm going to go to my bed and slept very well.
Time's up, 1 minute. Very good. So remember, everybody, when we are using future, we have different options. We have will and we have be going to. Do you remember the differences between will and be going to?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the difference?
Will is like a promise. It's also something that maybe not happens.
And be going to?
Please have a plan.
Very good. Remember, exactly as you said, be going to is more for plans, right? Something that you have a lot of possibilities to happen. Imagine if you say, I'm going to cook my lunch. Do you think that that is going to happen? Or it's just a possibility?
No,
It will happen, right? I mean, it's like totally % sure that you're going to cook. But if you say, in 5 years, I will go to Japan. Is that a plan or is just more like a possibility?
It's possibility.
Exactly. So that is the difference. Very good job. You see, Walter talked for 1 minute. Walter, pick one of your classmates.
Marcela Turcios.
Thank you. Hello, Marcela.
Hello, teacher.
Are you ready to talk for 1 minute?
Yes.
Excellent. This is your question. What are you going to do this weekend?
I was
Future.
future.
What are you going to do? What are your plans for this weekend? What are you going to do?
I will visited to my friends. I
Going to?
going to. Sorry, I am very nervous, teacher.
Relax.
Okay.
Remember, we are friends. We are just having a quick conversation. So I'm going to
Visit to my friends. I going to go to the restaurant. In the after I going to I going to eat a delicious food. I going to drink coffee with a lot of delicious food, and after that I think I going to return with my home.
Time's up. You see, you did it. I know, guys, that sometimes you get nervous, all right, but you are doing great. Okay, so just try to breathe, okay, and let's do it. Remember, when you feel nervous, sometimes you can forget your ideas. If you need time to think, what phrases can we say?
Let me think.
Very good. If you feel, listen, if you feel very nervous during the exam, okay, you can say, okay, good question. Let me think, please. Breathe, organize your ideas, and let's start, okay? It's not going to affect your score if you're asked time to think. Of course, I cannot give you 1 minute to think, right? No, I mean, 5 seconds, breathe, think, and let's do it, okay? So you can say, okay, let me think. Give me a moment, let's see, okay? You can do it, you can do it. Okay, Marcela, pick one of your classmates.
Fernando.
Fernando, can you speak right now, Fernando? I think he's walking.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe.
I'm traveling, but I don't know if you can listen to me.
Yeah, no worries. Let's pick someone else. Marcela, can you pick someone else?
No, yo creo que Lucero ya pasó. I believe Lucero passed. Jaime Alexander.
Jaime. Hello, Jaime.
Hello, teacher.
Are you ready to talk for 1 minute?
Not bad, yes.
No, but yes. Okay, let's switch the verb. Where would you go next vacation? Imagine that you had a lot of money, okay? So where would you go on your next vacation if you had a lot of money? Uh-huh.
Okay. That is a good question because I never have a lot of money, but I would like to travel to Dubai. I think it's the really expensive country. It's the most attractive for me because have sees a lot of cars that are exhibitions. I don't know, exotic cars. And I would like to all the buildings are there. There are many buildings have a lot of decoration with exotic details. The another thing I would like to do it is maybe participate in a career, for example, at NASCAR. I would like to do that because I love driving my car in specific speed cars.
Time's up. All right. So you would like to practice to participate in a race, all right? That is the
Yeah,
word, race.
yeah.
Sounds interesting. Very good. So look at this, guys. Would. Okay? That is another grammar tense that we need to review. And when I use would, is the same as going to? Is that the same? The same meaning?
No,
No.
What is the difference?
It's different.
wool is like a, what is,
Which?
it's,
Uh-huh.
It's
It's more
only with.
like a wish, like a desire, like you are imagining a possibility to do something. All right.
Teacher.
Yes.
What is the difference with wish? Would.
Basically, wish and would, guys, they are very similar, honestly. The only difference is that wish is just like a verb and would is a modal verb. That's the difference. But the meaning is basically the same. Now, Jaime, can you pick one of your classmates? The last one, please.
Let me see. Helen Quinteros.
Helen, ready to talk for 1 minute?
Yes.
Excellent. What would you do, Helen, if you won the lottery? We are talking about a lot of money. $1 million.
Okay. I would like to buy a lot of mangas, and I would like to buy a lot of books from my favorite novels, Chinese novels, and I would like to buy a car in a new house because I think my house is short. But I would like to buy a mansion or apartment in another country, and I would like to travel to other countries. I would like to pay my things. I would like to buy a lot of books from the others authors, and I would like to help other person in what they don't have money.
Time's up. Very good. That's interesting. How many sentences did Helen say?
A lot of.
A lot of.
A lot of. So you are giving a lot of details, everyone. So now, according to these questions, what do you think? What is the grammar topic that we are going to review today?
Simple future.
Future and would. Okay. If you remember yesterday, we have grammar tense review part 1. So today we are going to have the review part 2. The first grammar tense that we are going to review, guys, is future.
Teacher,
Future, yes.
when we're talking about would, we are talking about a conditional.
Not necessarily. Remember that would is specifically, we can use it for a second conditional, but in this case, we are going to see it just in general, how we can use would. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, let's start with future. As your classmate mentioned, right? We use it to talk about plans. Okay? So remember the structure. If I'm using be going to, I need the subject. What else?
The verb to be.
The verb to be. What is the auxiliary?
Going to.
And what happens with the verb? Do I need changes?
In the same.
No change the verb.
Infinitive
The base form.
It's infinitive.
Yes. So I'm going to cook. I'm going to play video games. I'm going to go to a restaurant. And how about if it is in negative? What do I need to do if it is in negative?
Not.
Not, aren't, isn't.
Just the word not. I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to travel to another country. I'm not going to do the homework. I'm not going to sleep early. Simple. If you want to ask a question, what is the only thing that you need to do?
Change the verb to be for the subject.
Correct.
The position.
Exactly. Switch. Now the verb to be goes first and the subject goes after. Imagine, guys, that I ask you, hey, everybody, are you going to drink coffee in the afternoon?
Yes, I am.
Good. Yes, I am. If the answer is no, I'm not. Imagine if I say, guys, are you going to go to the beach this weekend?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I'm not.
Cool. No, I'm not. But if the answer is yes, yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
So this is the structure for be going to. Remember, this is for plans, okay? This is not for, imagine that I ask you for 10 years. Can I say, hey, what are you going to do in 10 years? Do you consider that is correct?
No.
Not really, right? Because, I mean, we don't have plans for 10 years. That is just possibilities. In that case, it's better to use will. In the exam, you can ask questions in future, but I want you guys to use be going to, okay? Now, is it clear, the structure of be going to? Remember, this is just a review. I know that this is a topic that you already know. Any questions so far about be going to?
No.
No, it's that clear.
Okay, if you don't have questions, I do have questions. I have here some numbers. You have to pick one number and answer the questions that is there. Okay, so again, everybody, I will need some volunteers. Let me open up the questions.
Me?
Okay, tell me the name, because if you say
Marcela.
Okay, Marcela, give me a number.
Number 1.
Okay, read the question, please.
Are you going to learn to do anything new?
Uh-huh.
What's the meaning? Sorry.
I mean, if you are
Go-
going to learn something new, for example, yes, I am going to learn the irregular verbs in past. Or, yes, I'm going to learn a new recipe.
Yes, I understood. I am going to learn the surf.
Really? You're going to learn to surf?
Yes.
When?
And maybe the Sunday.
On Sunday? Wow,
On
that sounds very
Sunday.
interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, sounds good. Nice. Thank you, Marcela. I can see Rebecca lift her hand. Rebecca, give me a
7.
number. 7.
Yes, 7.
Okay, read the question, please.
What are you going to do tomorrow?
Okay.
Okay, I am going to go out with my friends. I am going to visit my sister, and I am going to read to ride a bike. And I am going to swim with my family, and I am going to draw a picture.
Sounds good. You have a lot of plans for tomorrow. I liked it. All right. Okay. Lucero, Tanya, and I think Rebecca. Rebecca, did you lift your
Yes.
hands? Okay, let's see a number, Rebecca, and then Tanya, and then Lucero.
9.
Okay, read the question, please.
Are robots going to replace people? I think yes, because nowadays is currently watch the, for example, IA, and I think in the future uh, going to replace the people. I think yes, and I'm going to be a robot.
Could be, right? Actually, this is something that is already happening, right? We can see robots in the restaurants. We can see robots in some factories. So it's a huge possibility. Tanya,
Yes.
give me a number. I cannot listen to you.
Number 3.
All right. Read the question.
What do you think the weather is going to be tomorrow? Well, let me see. I think that the weather is going to be raining and at night or in the afternoon because it's, today is sunny, but in the afternoon is a little cloudy. But I think tomorrow I hope the raining because the weather is hotter.
It's very, very hot, definitely.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
very good. Thank you, Tanya. Lucero,
Okay.
give me a number, please.
Number 4.
4. Go ahead.
Are you going to watch something interesting today? I am. I think that I am going to watch Piratas del Caribe, but in English because I have watched these movies a lot, but only in Spanish. So today I guess that I am going to try to watch this movie, but in English with subtitles in English.
Subtitles?
with titles in English also.
Good. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Do it. Do it. That's a good idea. Okay, Iris, this is the last one, please. Give me a number.
2.
Number 2. Go ahead.
Yes, I am going to travel to Guatemala on November with my husband, and I am going to buy any souvenirs from Guatemala. I am going to visit Antigua, Guatemala and Ciudad de Guatemala, and I am going to eat different dishes that Guatemala has, and I am going to visit that country around 3 days.
All right, that sounds good.
I am going to travel on my husband motorcycle.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Now, be careful because can I say I am going to visit it?
Oh, I am going to visit.
That's the one. Remember, the verb is in the infinitive.
Base form.
No changes, exactly. So everybody, what do you think? Is it easy or difficult to answer questions in future?
Easy.
Easy?
Easy.
Any questions so far about future?
No.
So if you had to ask a question in future during the exam, can you do it?
Yes.
Yes, everybody?
Yes.
And can you answer questions in future too?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right. Now, something important, guys. Remember that in English, we try to answer with the same auxiliary that they are asking us. So please, if your classmate is asking you with be going to, let's try to answer with be going to. Imagine that your classmate said, hey, what are you going to do tonight? Can I say, I will cook my dinner. I will watch TV. Can I say that? What do you think?
No.
Not really, right? Remember, if our classmates are asking with be going to, well, let's answer with be going to. All right? Any questions so far, guys, with future?
Yes, teacher.
Go ahead.
I have a question. If we can, I want to know if we can answer one question with going to. The answer will be watching, cooking. Am I right? It's okay.
In that case, you are using the present continuous. So in that case, guys, if you remember, when we are talking in future, we have different options. We can use will. Well, I'm going to write it in the whiteboard. Give me a second. If you want to talk in future, we have 3 options basically, right? We can use will. We already mentioned that will is for imaginary situations, right? It's more like for very long possibilities, for promises, instant decision. So sometimes these activities can happen or not. The other option is with be going to. Remember, be going to is more for plans, near future, something that is going to happen soon. And some of you can use present progressive, okay? Or present continuous, as you want to call it. What is the difference? In the present continuous, is just for scheduled activities, arrangements. For example, English class. Do you think that the English class is a scheduled activity?
Yes.
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 It is. You have exactly the time that the class is going to start. So you can say, what are your plans for tomorrow? What are you going to do? Tomorrow I'm connecting to my class.
Teacher.
At, one second, at
Okay.
10 a.m. So what is the grammar tense here? Is it present continuous or is be going to?
Present continuous.
In this case, look, it's present continuous. But why? Because the activity is a scheduled activity. You already have the exact time that you are going to do the action. Walter, go ahead.
We can use
Yeah.
future,
Yes.
continue future.
Okay, hold on, guys. Microphones, please. I'm sorry, Walter. Can you repeat the question?
We can use future continuous or future progressive.
I mean, yes, but I don't recommend it because you can confuse your classmates because that is a grammar tense that we haven't studied yet. Like, I will be studying, I will be traveling, I will be eating. So that is a grammar tense that we haven't studied yet. So I prefer that you don't use it. You can get confused or you can confuse your classmates, okay? And remember, everybody, that you cannot ask a question about something that we haven't studied, okay? So go back into the question that your classmate asked. Can we answer with the present continuous like this? I am connecting, I'm cooking, as present continuous as a future? You can do it, but only if you specify that is a scheduled activity, okay? And that means that you have to tell me the time that you are going to do the action, okay? Tell me every details. My suggestions, guys, is keep it simple, okay? If you are going to talk about future, okay, let's use be going to, all right? That means that you have to say, what are your plans for tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to connect to my English class. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the supermarket. I'm going to clean my house. Okay? Got it? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Any other questions, guys, that you may have? All right, so if I'm going to talk about future in the exam, during the exam, which option am I going to use?
Be going to.
Be going to, exactly. Keep it simple, don't complicate yourself. Now, let's continue with the review. Now, let's review would. How can we use would? Volunteer for reading?
We use it to describe things we want in the future.
That's it. Would is to describe something that you want to do, okay? It's not a plan, okay? It's just a wish. It's just a desire, something that you want, all right? For example, guys, what would you want for the future? Teacher, I will travel. What would you do, guys, if you had a lot of money? What are your desires? I will buy a house. Imagine that your classmate asks you, hey, what do you want to do next year? Next year, I would study French. I would go to Guatemala. I would practice a new hobby, right? So would is to express all the activities that you want to do, okay? And if I want to say it in negative, What do I need to do?
Wouldn't.
Only
Teacher, I have a
wouldn't.
question.
Wouldn't. Yes, go ahead.
Couldn't.
It's necessary to say I would like or only I will.
It
Because
depends.
yes, because when I say I would like to, it's necessary say always to.
Yes.
Okay.
In this case, guys, it's optional. Remember that if you say I would like to, what is the translation?
Me gustaría.
Exactly. But if you say I will travel, what is the translation?
Yo viajaría.
Exactly. So here, guys, it depends of what do you want to say. Because you can say, I will travel to another country. Or, I would like to travel to another country. Both express a desire. In both options, you express something that you want to do. So you can use both. I will travel or I would like to travel. As your classmate said, if you use like, remember, you need to use the preposition. I would like to, okay? But it's optional, you can use both. Is it clear the difference, guys, when you use like or when you use the other verb?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
If I want to say it in negative, easy. I just need to add the word not. I wouldn't travel. I wouldn't like to travel. So guys, can you tell me something that you want for the future? What would you do in your future? Tell me something that you would like to do.
I would speak another language.
Very good. I would speak another language. What else?
I would like to have my own business.
Nice. Sounds like a good one, a good plan. Anything else?
I would like to live in another country.
Career.
Okay, I would like to live in another country. I would like, Lucero, what do you say?
I would like to study another career.
Sounds good. Okay.
I
Now,
would like to be a professional.
very good. Excellent, guys. I like the way that you think. Now, think about, guys, in negative. What are some of the activities or what are some things that you don't want to for your future?
I wouldn't
I couldn't
like
travel.
to be a doctor.
All right. Can you repeat, Emerson?
I wouldn't like, yes, to be a doctor.
Oh, really? You don't want to be a doctor?
No, I don't like.
Okay, sounds good. And you guys, something that you wouldn't want?
I wouldn't like to live in a dangerous
Okay,
place.
hold on. I'm listening to ideas at the same time. Helen and then Marcela. Helen?
Okay, I wouldn't like to live in a dangerous place.
Yeah, definitely. I think that nobody wants to. Sounds good. Marcela, how about you?
I couldn't, sorry, I have an interruption. I couldn't like live in Arabia Saudite.
Okay, I wouldn't like to
live.
Okay, yeah, definitely. That's a very difficult country.
I wouldn't like to grab up.
To what?
Ground out.
What is that?
Ground. You'll get older people.
Okay, grow old.
Grow up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay.
I wouldn't.
You want to be young forever.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? Maybe in the future, guys. Maybe. Lucero?
Yes, teacher. I have one idea of the negative sentence with would, but I don't know if correct to say that. Like, I wouldn't want, don't know English. En Spanish, no me gustaría no saber inglés. Pero no
Okay.
sé si está bien estructurada como I wouldn't want, don't know English.
Oh, what happens in that case, guys, remember that we cannot combine would with another auxiliary. Would is a modal, okay? So we cannot combine would with another auxiliary. That's an interesting sentence. In that case, you can say, I wouldn't. Instead of want, it's better if you use like. Because in this case, guys, if you say would want, it's like, no, it's much better in English. Instead of want, we use like in this scenario. So you can say, I wouldn't like not to, and then you continue not to. Well, what happens is that sentence in English is not possible. Because remember that we cannot have double negative words. So, no me gustaría no saber inglés, no saber español. I mean, in English, we wouldn't say it like that. Because we will have like double negative sentences. So you can say, I wouldn't like to
speak Spanish.
No
like this.
Spanish?
No, like this. Speak any Spanish. Okay? So we don't have double negative sentences because I have not and I have any. That is the way that you can say it. I wouldn't like to speak any Spanish. In this case, you are saying, no me gustaría no hablar nada de español. So that is the way that you have to say it. Because remember, guys, we cannot say double negative words. In Spanish, we can do it. But in English, it is not possible. Anyone? Do you have any questions so far about would?
No, but I have a sentence.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't eat frog legs.
I wouldn't eat what?
Frog legs.
Oh, frog legs. Yeah, me neither. Very good. So guys, this is the way that we can use would. Remember, with would, you just need the verb in the basic form. And if you want to use like, I would like, don't forget to separate the verbs with the preposition to. I would like to travel. Got it?
Yeah.
Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if it is true. Again, I have some questions over here. You have to pick a number and tell me the answers. But now I will be asking individually because I listen that not everybody is participating. Let me pick someone randomly. Marvin Alexander. Hello, Marvin.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm great. Look,
Nice.
tell me a number.
Number 4.
4. Imagine that you have a lot of money, Marvin. The money is not a problem. What kind of car will you buy?
Probably I would like to buy a Ferrari.
Oh, really?
Because yes, I like the sound of the car.
Very good. How much is a Ferrari?
What?
How much do you think a Ferrari costs?
I don't know. Probably $99,000.
Wow, it's very expensive.
Probably, I don't know.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Marvin. All right, let's see. Let me ask Marjorie. Marjorie, can you give me a number?
3.
3. What would you eat at a restaurant? For lunch, for example. Today for lunch?
For lunch, I would like to eat fried fish. Because I like the fried fish. And then I would like, after the lunch, I would like to eat a dessert. For example, a cheesecake.
And something to drink?
Salad fresh.
Okay, simple. Sounds good, sounds good. Thank you, Marjorie. Now, let's see who else. Marcos David, can you give me a number, please?
Number 6.
6. Will you dye your hair?
In my case, I think I wouldn't like to dye my hair because it causes a lot of damage, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Very good answer. Look at this, guys. Remember that the questions you can answer in an affirmative way, but also as your classmate in a negative way. Pretty good job. Next one, let me ask to Gabriel. Give me a number.
5.
Okay. What would you buy with $1,000?
I would like to buy a PC gamer.
Okay. That's interesting. And you guys, imagine that you have $1,000
On your cell phone.
on your cell phone. Okay.
I would like to buy makeup.
A lot of makeup.
A lot of shoes.
A lot of shoes.
Shoes. Oh my goodness. Okay, sounds interesting. Let's see. Irene. Hello, Irene.
Hello, coach.
1 or 2? Which one do you prefer?
1.
Okay. Where would you go on vacation?
To be honest with you, coach, I would like to go Hawaii because I think it's a beautiful place and I would like to surf in that place.
Absolutely. Very good idea. Sounds like a good plan. I like that.
Well, now they are they are dying.
They are what? I'm sorry?
Nowadays, Hawaii, all people are dying.
Why? Because of the eruptions?
No, for how do you say incendios? Incendios.
Wildfire.
Wildfire. Yes.
True. Imagine, and I mean, there are a lot of reasons. Actually, Hawaii is one of the most dangerous places to live because of the tsunamis, the volcanoes eruptions. Now your classmate mentioned fires. Imagine, guys. It's beautiful, yes, but it's dangerous. So be careful with that. Okay, next one, Natalie. Are you there?
Yes, coach.
Number 2, go ahead.
Oh, well, I would like to have more dogs.
How many?
I don't know, maybe 2 more. I have only 1.
Okay. So if you can have any kind of pet, any kind of animal besides dog, another pet that you would like to have?
I would like to have, I don't know how to say, bulls?
Owls?
Yeah.
Owls.
I would
Really?
like to have owl. Yes, I like that.
You are the first person I heard that you want to have owls. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Okay, so guys, this is the way that we can use would. If you see, you can combine would with would like, or simply just use would with another verb. Clear? Yes? All right. Any questions so far, guys? Questions? Okay. Now, before continue, guys, we are going to have a speaking activity right now, but I'm going to explain first the speaking evaluation, because exactly what we are going to do right now in the speaking practice, that is what we are going to do during the speaking evaluation. Okay? So please, everybody, pay a lot of attention. Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the last speaking evaluation. You are going to have a conversation always in pairs, always for 5 minutes, okay? Listen, you have to start the conversation with a question using have you ever. That is the first questions that you need to ask. You cannot ask in past like, hey, what did you do yesterday? No. Not in present, not in future. No, the first questions that you need to ask to your classmates is with, have you ever? Hey, have you ever traveled to another country? Hey, have you ever eaten frog legs? Have you ever watched a horror movie? Have you ever, I don't know, any kind of questions using have you ever, okay? Then, when your classmates answer, what do you need to do? You need to continue the conversation asking follow-up questions. Listen, follow-up questions. That means questions related to the answer that your classmate said, okay? If your classmate is talking about, hey, have you ever traveled to another country? Yes, I have. I went to Guatemala. Can I ask something like, okay. Did you go to the mall last night? That sounds like no coherence, right? Or imagine that suddenly I say, are you going to eat fish today? So it's not related to the information that your classmate asked. It's not related to the opinion that your classmate is talking about Guatemala, and then you are asking something totally different. Okay? Is it clear, the follow-up questions? Everybody?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Remember, follow-up questions, yes?
Well, when we are going to ask to the classmate, right? But the classmate answer only one sentence, right?
In this case, guys, yes. I wanted to give details, but remember that you only have 5 minutes. So please keep your sentences simple. I mean, don't say only yes, no, no, not right. No, I mean, keep it short. For example, have you ever traveled to another country? Yes, I have. I went to Guatemala last year with my family. That could be a very good answer, because sometimes you start to talk a lot. Yes, I went to Guatemala with my family. We visited Antigua, Guatemala. We ate a lot. It was rainy. And you start to give so many details that your classmates won't have idea what else to ask, because you already expressed all the details. Am I clear with this? Give short answers, but not too short answers. Don't tell me just yes, no, right? Keep it simple, but don't give so many details, because your classmate won't have opportunity to ask more questions because you already gave a lot of details. Got it? Understood?
Yes.
All right. Yes?
But if my partner, your answer is no, I never, I can send a new question.
It depends. Remember, guys, that you have options. For example, again, if your classmate says, hey, have you ever traveled to another country? And your classmate said, no, I haven't. You can ask questions with would. Would you like to travel to another country? Yes, I would like to go to France. There you can take a lot of questions. Okay. And what would you do in France? Why do you want to go to France? And you can continue asking. Or if your classmate definitely says no, yes, absolutely. You can change the question. There's no problem at all.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Do you have another question?
Yes, I have. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Just one person is going to be like asking, and the other is going to answer.
We are going to take turns. For example, imagine that I have Walter and Tanya, for example. Walter start the question. Hey, Tanya, have you ever ta-da-da-da-da? And Tanya answers, yes, I have ta-da-da-da-da. So in that moment, Walter can ask at least 2 follow-up questions. Okay, 2, simple. When Tanya finishes the 2 questions, then switch. And then Tanya starts. How about you, Walter? Have you ever ta-da-da-da-da? He says yes or no, and then Tanya asks another 2 follow-up questions. If you have time, you can continue asking. Walter can ask another questions with have you ever, and so on and so on. So you will be taking turns. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Remember, the follow-up questions, everybody, can be in simple present, in simple past, in the present perfect, in future, or questions with would. So you have a lot of type of questions that you can ask. All right. What am I going to evaluate? First of all, guys, vocabulary. Try to use time expressions. Remember, we have different time expressions in present, in past, in present perfect, future. We have different time expressions. Also, if you are going to talk in simple and present perfect, I want you guys to use the vocabulary that we already studied, since, for, already, and yet. I'm going to evaluate, as always, fluency, grammar, pronunciation, especially the pronunciation of the verbs, past and past participle, okay? Look, the correct use of the verbs, the vocabulary, and the comprehensions. Those are the aspects that I'm going to evaluate. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Okay. Yes. Listen, right now we are going to have a practice as in the exam, okay? In the speaking activity that we are going to have right now, let's imagine, guys, that that is your exam. So right now we are going to be working in pairs. And again, you have to start the conversation using have you ever, okay? And then continue asking follow-up questions. Remember, in this case, you can ask only 2 questions. 2 follow-up questions. When your classmate finishes, switch. Then your classmate start asking with have you ever? And again, ask 2 follow-up questions in different grammar tenses. Understood? Yes? Yes. Any questions, guys, before going to the breakout rooms? This is the moment. No questions?
Yes, I have a question with the structure with would and for the question.
Go ahead.
In the slide previous, I saw an error.
Okay.
The structure correct is would plus subject plus verb plus complement. Yes,
In which one?
would in the slide previous.
Would you like travel another country? Is would subject
This one?
verb?
Yes, and the question is would plus
Oh,
subject.
yes. It says the subject twice. And this one?
Yes, it is the verb.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I'm sorry. So in this one, it's not here. Okay. I'm sorry. I repeat the subject twice. So you can say just like this. Will you travel? Or in the case that you want to use like, you say, would you like to travel? So you have the both options. Would you travel or would you like to travel? Okay.
Okay. Yes, I
Very
understand.
good. Thanks. Thanks for the observation. All right. I'm going to send the instructions on WhatsApp's group. Everybody, please enter to the breakout rooms. This is the moment to practice. This is a practice for your speaking evaluation. All right. So if you don't practice, you will feel the exam more difficult. All right. I'm sending the instructions. If you are with someone and your classmate is not answering, or if you are alone, let me know and I will switch you to another team, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, everybody, you ready? Let's go to work.
Hello, good morning. Alba.
No está. Hello.
Hello. The first is, for example, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
All right, I can see you are alone. Your classmate didn't join. Don't worry. Right now, I'm going to join you to another team, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The day when your cell phone was stolen.
Well, I take a bus, and in the bus, and the one person put your hands in my I don't know the
bag,
and he take a cell phone.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
it was really. I was really scared because I didn't know to do, and well, I couldn't to call anyone because I didn't have my cell phone.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
If
Okay,
it was my case, me too. I didn't have to do, hadn't had to do.
Yes.
Nice. Yes, in the town thing, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
in my case, well, I would like to practice a lot of sports, in specific the paintball. I say that because some occasionally go to, what is the name of that Rancho Navarra? I don't know. Do you know that place?
Yes.
Okay, I go practice with my friends paintball, maybe around 1 or 2 hours. But I would like to practice another sports, for example, soccer. I practice with other friends, and I have equipment to practice. And I think in December is the end of the play soccer. Yeah, and actually I didn't do it anything else because I didn't like it to, for example, the basketball. I didn't like it.
Yes.
I don't know, but
And
yeah.
yes, let me tell you, my friend, I remember 3 weeks ago, with my friends and in my team, I play a match versus a team of third division team.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't remember the name, but it's a team with play in a third division team
Nice.
in our country. But it's difficult. We lose 2-1 with that team. It's so difficult to play to that team. Well, and my question is not so difficult. Have you ever been at night in the beach? On the beach?
Well, actually, that I was remember, no, but not close. But I remember my family and my parents tell me, some occasional walk I go with all my family and I don't remember the name of exactly the place I go or the beach, but I thinking is in the El Tunco.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yes,
And my second question is, did you go to the beach on April?
on April. No,
Yeah.
I would like to do it, but I didn't go in April. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Or is the same for the simple present?
I don't understand your question.
Yes. In the moment, use the dance, but is the same verb for the next question, or is necessary change the
Dep
verb?
Depends if you use for example present perfect, you are have you,
Yes.
and the verb is the change because you use in the past participle.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
For example, my question is, have you ever practiced any sport?
Yes.
Practice? I don't it's practice it. Yes, practice it. Is a verb in past participle.
Yes. And for the simple present, the question would be, do you like to practice any sport right now?
No, because would is for future.
Oh, it's yeah, yes, yes. But I convene two times for the question. Yes, yes.
Okay. Uh I ask one question for you. Have you ever seen a snake?
Have you ever seen
Yes.
the
Have
complement?
you ever seen a snake?
What is the mean of snake? Yes, yes, I understand. Yes, I have I had seen a snake when I was child.
She doesn't have any dogs anymore?
No, no, no. In this moment, she doesn't have any dogs.
Would you like to give a pet for her to her?
Mm, maybe another Chihuahua because yeah, she loves Chihuahua.
Okay. I don't
And
know,
you
maybe a
actually
fish
you
or cat. Cats are good.
can be because she loves cats too, but I think I would like to give her a Chihuahua.
Okay.
And you would you like to have a dog or
I have
another pet?
one. No,
Okay,
a dog, no anymore, but I have one cat. He's a boy,
okay.
but it's pretty unique. It's pretty angry all the time, and he is he doesn't
Intensive.
like them like when I am stay nearly or I am when I am touching. Yeah, he don't like.
He he
He doesn't
fights
like.
with you.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
fights with you.
Qatar because it's an interesting country. It's a it's a very rich country and
It's an expensive country.
yes, it's expensive and it's a multicultural country. And maybe I would like to work in that country.
Do you think that you can get or you can make good money there because they are rich?
I think yes, it uh, it's a good pay. They pay good, and also they have a lot of job opportunities. So maybe yes, but not to live forever there. Only as maybe 2 or 3 years.
Don't you think that there are hotter than here?
Yes, yes. The weather is
Time's up. We are going to wait for everybody. Time's up. All right, everyone. Time's up. Time's up. Let's go back. All right. All right. How was the practice?
Easy. But
Easy. Nice.
there are so many words that I don't know.
Okay, okay. That's a good observation. So everyone, keep it simple. Don't complicate yourself. All right. How about you guys? How was the practice?
It was amazing.
Okay.
Was good.
Was it good?
It's
Teacher, I have a
good.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I want to say about the one movie. How I say se estuvo estrenando o salió. I don't know how I say that.
Okay. Well, it depends. If you're talking about a movie, guys, what do you think? You can use premiered, right? So you can say, I watched Titanic, for example. Titanic premiered last year. Premiered, it can be a noun or it can be a verb, okay? So it can be both. So you can say, Titanic premiered last year, or the Titanic's premiered was last year. So you can use it as a verb or as a noun. I'm sending it in the chat. Premiere. Okay?
Teacher, I say when was a premiere?
It is possible. Look, we can use it as both, as a noun or as a verb. Repeat the full sentence that you said to your classmates.
When was a premiere in 2020, for example?
It was a question or as an affirmative sentence?
Affirmative.
Ah, okay. So you can say the premiere was, and then you can say the time expression. I'm sending in the chat. The premiere was. And then just say the time. The premiere was last year. The premiere was in 2020. Okay?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody. We don't have more time, but did your classmates ask follow-up questions?
Yes.
Did your classmate answer the follow-up questions?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Now, very fast, because I know that it's late, I just want to clarify some details. For example, again, guys, can I say on April if I say only the month?
No.
No.
Prepositions in April. Simple past, I can go. What is the past form?
I couldn't.
Affirmative. In this case, it's affirmative, so you just have to say, I could go. Be careful with the verbs. I was listening to some verbs in present when you were talking in past. Now, details for tomorrow, guys, please give the time your classmate to ask the question. Sometimes you are answering and you are giving so many details that you don't give the time your classmate to ask the questions. If you don't give the time to your classmate to ask the questions during the exam, I will interrupt you and I will say, okay, hold on. Can you give the time your classmate, please, to ask the question? Okay, because some of you don't stop talking. So be careful with that. And also, guys, ask one question at a time. Sometimes you are asking like 3 questions at the same time, like, and did you like it? Would you like to go again? When will you visit that place? Wow, you have 3 questions at the same time. So in that moment, your classmate will be, okay, I don't know what question should I ask. Should I answer? Okay, 1 question at a time, please. Okay? Now, listen, everybody, because we are going to finish classes on Friday. We are going to have the last homework today, okay? This is going to be a listening practice. I'm going to send an audio on WhatsApp's group. Listen to the audio and open the link. When you open the link, you will go to a survey. Don't forget to write your full names. And easy, you just have to choose the correct answer, okay? Send your answer. Automatically, you will see your score. That is going to be the last homework for this level. And you will have until tomorrow at midnight to complete it. Remember that Friday is our last day. So by Friday, everything has to be done. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes? Pretty good. Okay, everybody, do you have any questions before leaving?
No.
All right. Practice, please, and be ready for tomorrow. Try to connect on time. Tomorrow is our last special evaluation. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. See you tomorrow. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.